All right, so today is day 60, and we are the third month in. How about that? It is March the 1st. Can you believe it? We are on the third month of the year already. But now, for me, since I have been doing these videos daily, that has really slowed down for me. The year has slowed down for me because, honestly, with all the craziness that's going on in the world, the past 2 years went by me like I couldn't believe how fast 2020 and 2021 went by for me. I mean, they just flew by. I don't know how anyone else perceived the past 2 years. I'm sure for some people it seemed like it took forever to get to where we are now, with progress finally being made throughout this whole virus situation or whatever. But for me, those 2 years went by way too fast. My life felt like it was turned upside down, and it was turned upside down with my situation. Like I say, I've got the two autistic kids. Me being able to get out and do specific hobbies and stuff that I used to do in the past a lot more than I do now, basically got robbed from me, because even now still we're having scheduling issues with the schools and my son's day program. It's pretty much his is pretty much on par, but uh, I hate to call people out, but I know some of the really young generation that starts off in the workforce right now. I know a few for a fact within mine and my wife's family that use COVID as an excuse to get out of work. Even though they really didn't have it, they would go get tested on purpose, and then, of course, sorry, I had to wipe my front-facing screen off. It was smudge on there. It was driving me nuts. But they would, have to wait until the test results came back positive before they could return to work and have proof of that. And I know some of them that done it several times over the past 2 years. And in some cases they actually did wind up having it, so that was even more time from work loss that was unnecessary. And employers and stuff had no choice but to go by the guidelines that were set in place when someone went and got tested. That was automatic time off of work, and there were some people that really took advantage of that crap. So I am glad to see they're finally catching wise to some of that stuff. Because I'm pretty sure it affected me on a really high level as well. Things are slowly getting back into a normal routine for me, and now I found this, and this is new for me. And I've claimed often, that I've got a larger channel out there, and the ones who follow me now know this, and I could at any time expand off of that for this channel if I wanted to. Now that channel is very topic specific, so if I can offer any advice to you that you can take from what I'm saying right now is, if you have a channel and it's the name of it is devoted to a specific topic, even if it's weight loss, that's why I went with the latchkey Gen Xer because no matter what I decide to video and put out on this platform in the future, I'm a latchkey Gen Xer no matter what, and that can't be changed. So that was a perfect fit for me. So my advice to you is, if your channel is named around a specific topic, change it while you still have a low subscription count, because you might not always want to talk about and film about a specific thing, and that is the problem I ran into with my large channel. And yeah, make your channel a little more variety friendly, in case you tried to expand your catalog within your videos, it'll make more sense to your audience. And that is my goal of this. But right now I'm going to make some biscuits and gravy for my wife and myself. Stay tuned for that. So the day is moving right along. I had plans to do something else for, well, sorry about that. My daughter's tablets are going off in the back seat. But anyway, I had specific plans to do something today as far as food was concerned. Those plans got changed. Me and my wife and my sister-in-law, we all ate lunch together, and my wife is, still building the iron up in her blood, so she's having to go do another blood check today, and possibly may have to receive some blood tomorrow even, but not that much, something like a pint or something like that. We're not sure. They're going to do a cross check again today on it, just to be sure. So that's what we'll be dealing with tomorrow. She is not down enough to have to. It's not an emergency situation where she'd have to go now. So, yeah, that is very good. But we just ate at the Clock, which is a restaurant here in the upstate, and it's called the Clock. There's a big chain of those all around the upstate. They're everywhere, and all the food at them tastes the same. So if you're ever in South Carolina, in the upstate around Greenville, Spartanburg, those areas, you'll see them, and they're all over the place. If you get a chance to eat at one, I highly recommend doing so. They're very good food there. But I got a Philly steak sandwich there with onion rings. I didn't feel like eating fries. For some reason, I haven't been on a big potato kick lately. I opted for the onion rings, so that's what I got. And that'll probably be it for food for me for today. It is 1:58 p.m. in the afternoon, and with eating the biscuits and gravy this morning, I figure now is a good cutoff time to go ahead, and get my body prepped to go into fasted state this evening. And tomorrow we will try to proceed with the other food plans I had for today, because I had something in the works I really wanted to work out, but you know how life gets in the way of your plans. You want to hear God laugh, tell him your plans. But that is all I have for right now. We will be back with you in a little while, and we will go through some afterthoughts and close this video out for the day. If anything, excuse me. If anything else comes up that I feel like talking about or telling you about between now and then, you will see me. If not, I will see you for the afterthoughts. Alright, so the sun has already set on the day. It is 7:36 p.m. and these are my afterthoughts. So I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about in my afterthoughts, so I decided to expand on something that my friend Shell had said the other day in her video. She was explaining to the audience, and this is something that I had thought about, but never really have commented on it much. But I guess I should have, and sometimes it's good to have good friends around like that to remind you, if they're going through what you're going through, they kind of remind you of things that you need to put out there. And I am grateful for that, Shell. Thank you very much. What she said was, during this intermittent fasting process, she talked about food cravings and how they are not present in this type of lifestyle. I can concur. That is dead on how I feel, and also drives the success that I'm having. That was well said, Shell. Yes, that's exactly how I feel. Now, I have said in my videos that I did keto. I mean, I was all about it. I put out videos where I done recipes, and I made those chaffles, and I would put them in little Ziploc baggies, and I would carry them around with me when I was doing my rounds with my kids, like you see me doing now. And I would buy burgers and stuff from fast food restaurants, and I would eat a burger off of them, use them as buns basically, and all kind of things like that. I was so into keto that you just would not believe it. And I did not intermittent fast with keto. I just simply done keto, uh, and I had some weight loss success on that diet. But I would have cravings in the evenings. I mean, like powerful cravings. I would eat keto food, friendly food, of course, but I figured, I'm on keto. I can just, eat this keto friendly type of stuff. And I mean, when I talk craving, I would keep what I would eat or gorge on rather extremely low in the carbs. Stuff like chicken and the vegetables that are very low in carbohydrates, like cauliflower and stuff like that. And I would just have my way with it, and it worked for so long. I mean, for 4 months, for 4 steady months, I dropped weight. Now, I did not drop weight as quickly on keto uh, as I'm doing now. I I am almost now to the lowest amount of weight that I had gotten to on keto. I'm probably within, I would have to guess about. I'd have to go back and look at those videos. I have all this cataloged, by the way. And at some point, I'm going to do comparisons between what I'm doing now and that. Uh, but it took me 4 months to get where I'm at now. Basically, I'm within like 8 pounds of being at my lowest point when I was doing strict keto. Uh, well, it was not so strict. There was a lot of dirty keto in there. What they call dirty. They got a name for everything now. It's just so confusing. They got a name for everything out there. Even what I'm doing now, they have done videos out there. Quote unquote experts out there. Who tell you that what I'm doing is dirty fasting. Oh my God, they got keto fasting, and if whatever diet you're on, they apply fasting after the fact, which is why I decided to do intermittent fasting with regular, everyday street food, junk food, whatever you want to call it. But they're going to call me a dirty faster. That don't sound right, does it? It's just fasting. I mean, they talk about fasting in the Bible. Jesus himself fasted. And cultures around the world to this day practice fasting in some form or shape or fashion. They have to label it that way because some joker, which I consider myself the joker of the weight loss community, because there's not a whole lot of people doing what I'm doing. I have run across one other channel that's kind of doing something similar to what I'm doing, but they are going on longer fasted periods of eating. I mean, they're actually skipping days of food completely without eating anything during those days. And I tried to reach out to the channel, to show some love and support, but some people out there you just can't reach. You can't expect them to give back what you put into them. I mean, it can be hard, and my advice to you is to if you do reach out to some channels, in such a way. At some point, they may change their mind. Just be supportive in a way that's not, uh, that's not too forward, and offending them. I've actually seen kind of two channels like that out there. But the one guy, he's claiming he's losing like a pound a day. He's following, something completely different than what I'm doing. It is amazing. His success is amazing, but I have done those long fasts in the past as well. And when I say my past, I mean a long, long time ago, like when I was a teenager or in my 20s. When I could handle my body could physically handle those long periods of fasting. But what always happened was you reach your goal extremely fast doing that. I mean, extremely fast. Um, and then you once you get to that level so quickly, it's so quick. You go off of fasting just as quickly. You know, uh, I feel doing it this way is just as effective. It will take a little bit longer for sure. But I think at the end of the day, you can continue to do this and just eat more during your window, which, I don't know if I want to, because just that's what I was talking about. You just don't have the food cravings. They go away doing this completely. I mean, I joke about going and eating something while I'm on here, but I am not serious about that. Not really. I mean, there's no way. It's hard to explain. I mean, just like Shell said, it's very hard to explain the feelings the lack of feelings that you have for food when you do something like this. It is so odd, and I think she is feeling that because she's a vegan, and she's been doing that a really long time. That is her eating style. She's been doing it so long. That is, it's as common to her as me doing this junk food and fast food type of foods, or yeah, just average food is the way I do it. But it's the same situation when you apply the fasting to it, because I mean that's her normal diet and food consumption. So it's as natural to her as a Big Mac from McDonald's is to me. And I get it. I really get it. Like I said, choose you a eating window, and no matter what, because there are people that will tempt you out there. There are people that will tempt you out there, and that is basically why I chose the exact window that I have chosen this time. Because I've got video evidence of this too. I have actually started this process in the past and started to have the same success I'm having now on it, but maybe not. I have never went this long doing it. But what would happen was I would try to close my window earlier, like around 2 p.m. or so. So you see me now. Usually I'm finishing up about 4 o'clock. And sometimes I still finish up around 1 or 2 p.m. Depending on the situation. But having that little bit later, 5 p.m. is what's really kick things into gear for me, because around that time, I'm getting home from taking my daughter to school and stuff like that, and usually, we grab a bite while we're out dealing with that, and usually, we're always full, from what we have eaten, and then maybe come home, and then like around now, like around, like I said, it's getting close to 8 p.m. But I before I started this journey, I would probably go make a couple of bologna and cheese sandwiches or something like that, or that's just hypothetical, or maybe whatever leftovers were in the fridge. Like if I had spaghetti left over in the fridge, I'd be going and piling a plate up full of that, and I would be eating that right now. And then maybe some snack cakes, or chips or something like that. Even a little later in the evening, like I used to sit and watch movies, on Netflix or something like that, and in my mind, I had to have a snack to go along with those movies. Uh, that type of craving has left me completely, and you would have to experience that within your own eating window to know exactly how that feels. Now, in the beginning, you have to use your willpower to make yourself stay consistent, but it doesn't take long. I'd say within a couple of weeks, you just don't feel it anymore. It is so strange. Very hard to explain. You just don't feel the cravings anymore. When you talked about that shell, that really hit home with me. I do feel it. I feel it for sure. It is awesome. It is awesome. Now, when my eating window comes up, I'm prepared to eat. I'm hungry and I'm excited to be able to get out there and finally have some food. But when that window closes, it's done. I mean, and it has nothing to do with willpower at this point. It really does not. I mean, it's just, you just don't have it. It goes away. It's so hard to explain. But if you want to experience that, when you choose intermittent fasting, just have your window. Mine's 9 to 5. That's 8 hours to consume food. If I wanted to eat 3 meals during that window, I could. Usually I limit it to 2 on purpose. Because honestly, 2 is enough. I mean, it becomes enough. Sometimes even 1 meal a day. I mean, basically, sometimes I take, when I'm doing that Subway Slim Down, and why that's so effective is all those pickled and fermented vegetables that I get on there. Really helps, with the digestion and of food, that's maybe trapped in your body or whatever. And I just take one of those and I make 2 meals out of that. But really, it's technically only 1 meal split up into 2. But it's so powerful, so effective. I can't tell you. It's something you're just going to have to put yourself out there to experience. You'll see what we're talking about. I mean, it's great, and I wanted to talk about that for the afterthoughts. Sorry, I had to get so serious on you. I promise tomorrow I won't be so serious. But anyway, that's all I got for today. We will see you tomorrow. Until then, you have a good one.